guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited you're here and it's Friday. Yay! So I have something exciting I want to share with you and I have a challenge for you. But first let me tell you about today's video. We're going to talk about how to use journals in your everyday life. So I have a lot of suggestions because I use journals a whole lot. But first, for the challenge. My favorite journal I have, and it was made by my dear friend Liz, doesn't make journals right now. She is making the most adorable names for kids' rooms, babies' rooms, and I will link her Etsy store down below. But this is a journal she made a few years ago. It's one of my most favorite journals, and it's the reason for the challenge. But first, let me show you this journal, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the challenge. Okay guys, so I did the overhead view so you guys could get a really good look at this awesome journal that I'm in love with and that our challenge is, that has inspired our challenge. So this is the cover, the green chevron paper, the dot paper. That's just wrapping paper, guys. That's all it is. It's got some lace. The pockets on the front are seed packets. This envelope right here is just wrapping paper sewn into an envelope. The tags are packaging and paint chips. These are all paint chips. And then this is just packaging. Isn't that gorgeous though? I just love these. And of course she used a little ribbon, but that is all. Okay. And I just love how she did this with the layering of the pockets. Oh, and also in here is some organic tea because it's green. Okay, and then the side has some beautiful lace on it. And the back has another seed packet pocket and then a tuck spot pocket with the wrapping paper. And then that's another tag made out of packaging. And that's a paint strip. And then that's a paint strip and she put some of the gray wrapping paper on the back. And then in this pocket is just another tag made from packaging with coffee stained paper on the back. And that's it. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love this. Okay, and then in the little envelope, she put her business card and she closed it with Velcro, which I think is adorable. And it had a pen bead in it. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So I thought that was a neat idea. If you have a business card, that's a really cool idea. And the clip with the flower is a big green clip and a daisy, just a plastic fake flower. Okay, you open it up and right away you have a pocket inside made from packaging. And then she put a bead on the opening. And then there was a little tag in there. And there probably was another tag too. In fact, I'm just going to put that one back in there. But she has a packaging with just newspaper. And then her coffee dyed paper she did. Then this is just packaging with some fabric sewn around. But you can see the Goya right there. And inside she has two tags. And this is like a tissue paper that was stamped with some ink and paint and coffees. And then this is just a Chipotle part of a box or a paper bag and a repair tag. And then the Chipotle like menu on the back. And you hear that? She put clear gesso on everything so it has a grip to it. And then the pocket again, like I said, is Goya. And I'm going to put that one right there. And then more coffees. And then this is a lunch menu. But all the, like, newspaper, menus, everything has been treated so you can write on it. It's got that grip to it. And then this is just like, you know, a food wrapper. And then just some paper. And she put some beads up there. And it's a pocket, 2 pages sewn together. Then you have some more, like, advertising on a large tag. A lot of advertising, a lot of food products in here. Then this is like the mesh in, say you got like apples or onions or something in those mesh bags. That's all that is. And then this is like a cereal bag, and she put just a little sari silk on it. More coffee paper. Now this is an oatmeal packet, and this is packaging, and then newspaper, and it's like a flip out. And then it's also a pocket with a tag, again, made from packaging with a little sari silk. I always have trouble getting tags back into pockets. I don't know about you guys. Okay. And then there's the other side of like the cereal bag. And the other mesh. And 2 pages sewn together. And they have this really cool tag in there, which is made out of packaging, some paper she just painted, some fabric. And there you can see it was just packaging. And then she put like some dried peas in there. And I just think that is so cool. I might push that down a little bit so I can get that back in. And then the other side of that. And then the other side of the menu. And then right here in the center is, oh, sorry. And then you have this really cool, sorry, it goes like that. This really cool packaging flip out she's made. She put a little lace, some buttons, some music. And then you flip out, and it's like got newspaper, and it was a box. As you can see here, here's the advertising. There's some paint strip. And then in here it has a big pocket for another huge tag made out of just packaging. I mean, you can make some great big tags with packaging. And that's the last page. And then in the center here, instead of sewing the signatures, you know, back to back, she left a space. And this is a packaging tuck spot for 3 skinny tags. Aren't those great? I just love those. And they're a paint chip tag, a packaging tag, and another paint chip tag. And they just slide in. Like I said, this is all packaging. The clear pockets are packaging also. And then the second signature, again, you have some coffee dyed paper, some paint splattered, wrinkled paper. Here she took the top of a yogurt and made it a flip out. Got a duck in there. Then another like advertising. And then this was a Takati's chip bag that she made into a pocket. This is like a travel brochure or an insurance, you know, junk mail. Then, again, she coded it, and then a little book page. And then in the center, you have Starbucks coffee on a paint chip, and it's Velcroed. And she's got this really cool newspaper-lined flip out. And it's on some cardstock. And then there's the other side, and there's the back of the Takati's bag. And then this is just packaging, and she's made it a pocket and a paint chip tag. And then look, this is cool. Advertising she's made into a pocket. And then I just kind of love this tag. She used some advertising and a paint chip and made a cute tag. It's adorable. And then another paint card chip. And everything's green. That was her theme, spring green, and I love it. I just think it's so cool. And yes, I'm in the mood for spring, as I know all my friends and family in Texas are. This is some more painted paper, coffee dyed paper. And in the back, there's a pocket made out of a paint chip with lots of tags made from packaging. And you can see the back of all of them. And then again, the back with all these great tags. So I absolutely adore this. I keep it for inspiration. I just love it. So I have a challenge for everybody. Let's make a journal this weekend. using only what Liz used in this journal, and I'll have a list down below. And let's make a fun journal. If you can make it all one color and you feel like doing that, that's fine. But if you don't, it doesn't have to be like a color theme. Okay, like this one is green. It doesn't have to be green. Just make a journal using packaging from your home. Everything she used in this one. The only things you can use that aren't recycled are lace, doilies, and coffee stain paper. If you don't coffee or tea stain, because tea stain's fine, just use regular paper. It doesn't matter. Okay, and I'll write the instructions in the description down below as well. So yeah, I hope you'll join me for this. I think it's going to be a super blast. Now, for the rest of the video. Okay guys, now we're back to how do you use journals in your daily life. And I thought I would give you some examples. Now, I am a chronic list maker. I make lists for everything. Because of my CRPS, I have brain fog. And I know that's common in fibromyalgia, lupus, and a lot of the chronic illness with pain, you have brain fog. So it's quite common. But I have to make lists and everything. So I kind of compartmentalize everything, and it makes it way easier. So this journal, as you can tell, is my fitness journal. And yes, I do fitness. It's important that at least I walk every day. And in here, I just, record what I do. And I use magazine cutouts to decorate it. I love that one, like Einstein running. So anyway, so that's what I do. I just do my walks and I record them. This way I keep myself held accountable. Now another journal I use is this one, and I am part of the local museum's art group. There's quite a community of artists where I live, and they're always having submissions for art. They're having, events and everything. So I like to write down all the requirements. If there's a submission for art, I'll write them down in here, what supplies I need for the art piece that I'm going to submit. I also will write in here just if I want to do some art pieces, I will make a list of supplies I need to get to do my own art, because I do art a lot. So that's how I use this journal. Now this journal I got from Elsa Bell's Bookshelf, and I'll link her site below. And this one I use for my book club. We're in book club, and so we read books, obviously. I mean, what is a book club, right? But I put down my thoughts in this one, what I was thinking, questions I have, things I want to bring up at book club and discuss. I'm also on the book selection committee, so we look at books, and I'll write down a few things about books or things I need to remember as I'm trying to suggest books for, it's a whole group of people. We're all different. So, there's certain guidelines you want to keep in mind. So I'll put some guidelines in here and try to remember those as I'm looking for books. So that's how I use this one. Like I said, now this one I haven't written in yet, but I just got it in December after Christmas, because I used Christmas money, and I used the Hobby Lobby 40% coupon before it disappeared. But this is a happy planner, and of course it's recipes. And I will tell you right now, so I'm going to use this to put just like new recipes. I'm trying to eat healthier, trying to cut out, bad things. And so recipes I really like, I'm going to put in here. But let me show you one that I made. This is a journal I made out of a composition notebook. And it's actually holiday recipes. So in here, I'm going to put in all my family's favorite holiday recipes. And I have cards here when I pulled this out at the beginning of the holiday season, and I shop for the ingredients. I have little tags up here, which I'll write those on. So that is one way that I definitely use it, a journal in the kitchen, is for recipes, favorites, holidays, and then I have things to make shopping easier. And I did this one, and then when I got this one, I noticed that it came with a little shopping list at the front too. So definitely I use recipe journals all the time. Okay, now my life is very busy. I have a lot of things going. I used this little journal when I wrote my book last year and I was sending out promo copies. I used this to write down who I sent my proto copies to, excuse me, who I sent my promo copies to, if they responded, what kind of conversation we set up, that kind of thing. So I kept track of that in this journal. I have this journal because I stay on top of what's happening in the interior world. You know, what colors are going to be hot for interiors this year, what styles are going in and out, and I will make a list in this. I will, you know, make notes so I know if I'm going to recommend something in one of my videos. I want to make sure I'm recommending this year and not last year, but also if vintage is in style, I want to make sure I note that. If shabby chic's going out of style, it's in here. So that's what I use that one for. This one, that when I designed my planner for the chronic pain community, I used this to make my notes in. I have other notes about things that I would like to do in the future with this. I have other product ideas. So they are all in this one. So my life is basically compartmentalized into different journals. And that's how I use my journals. But this is probably the biggest journal. Besides my chronic pain calendar planner, it's also a journal. It has a section here. I'm not going to show you mine because honestly that's very personal. It's an undated planner. You get a whole month's calendar and then you get the weeks after that. But what I did to make it really for the chronic pain community, and it's more like a journal, is I included a sleep log, a menu, what you eat during the week. There's a pain diary and a brain dump. So this became a personal planner / personal diary, basically, of my pain, and so that's what I keep in here. This journal is my CRPS journal where I draw or write or color, glue book my pain. I mean, this is how I let it out. And I don't know why, but I always draw CRPS as a storm. It's just a thing I do. Okay, so I doodle in here. You know, sometimes there's weird stuff because it's fun, you know. And then my little emotional support dog. And then I can't breathe. Sometimes you feel like I have depressed breathing with CRPS. So sometimes I feel like I can't breathe at all. I draw. I do a combination of gluing and art. And it's kind of a mindfulness journal, CRPS pain journal all in one. But I love this. This is how I do this one. So each journal I use differently. This one's more like a glue book / art journal. I have this one that are like list journals. This one's like a fitness diary. It is a fitness diary. My recipe journals, of course, are food. And then, even though this is a book, this is my book I published. This isn't the one I used, but this is the one I've showed you before. I use this as a pain diary too. And again, it's like an art journal, sticker journal, whatever I feel like doing. Some of them I have just written. So I also use this. So I use my journals in everyday life many ways. And as you can see behind me, I have very many. My life is basically compartmentalized into a journal. So I hope this helps and shows you how you can use journals in your everyday life. I also hope that you're going to join me for the challenge this weekend and do a junk journal, a true junk journal. I can't wait. If you want to post them in my group, join my group. The link is below. If you'd just like to post them here in the comments, do so. If you've never made a junk journal in your life, it's fine. Join us. This is the easiest way. Starting out with junk. And it's so fun. So please join us in this challenge. I hope you all have a great weekend, a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.